Well, June is Headache Awareness Month, but did you know 36 million Americans have migraines and half of them don't even know it? I think it is time to do something about it. Please welcome Dr. Brian Loftus to Live at 5. So why do just half of the people know that they have migraines?
Unfortunately, most of them have been to a doctor and they got told the wrong thing. So doctor doesn't take enough time to take a history. People hear the word migraine, they think, well, that has to be a headache that puts me in bed and I can't function at all. And those are the severe ones, but not every migraine is that severe. So half of those who have migraines don't know it. Most have been told they have a tension headache or recurrent sinus headaches.
So what do people need to do as far as recognizing the signs of a migraine? How do they get that information?
So if you have headaches that are recurrent, that last for a few hours or more, and they do any of the following that we have up on the screen, they're one-sided, or they throb, or they're worse with exercise, or they cause nausea, or light and noise make the pain seem worse, then you probably have migraines, and you need to be treated as such.
Okay. And there are different, I guess, therapies, if you will?
There are migraine-specific therapies, both for prevention if you have frequent migraines, as well as acute treatment.
Okay, and when should you seek medical attention? Because I know that's very important, because when you have headaches, that could actually mean something else, not just a migraine.
Correct. So when you have a primary headache disease, that's not as serious as when you have sort of one of the bad things. So the bad things are you have a sudden severe headache, classically the worst in your life, which could recognize a bleed. You have fever with a bad headache. If you have cancer, if you're immunocompromised, either from a cancer or from a treatment with some of the therapies we use for lupus, MS, or stuff like that. Anyone with those headaches need to be seen in an ER. And if you have a new pattern of headache in your age of 50 or older, those also raises more alarm.
So as far as what people need to do to recognize migraines, I know that you've developed an app or even a computer program at your particular office in Houston. What is it and how do people use it?
So there's a few of us that have worked on a system called iHeadache, and we now have both a laptop-based or a computer-based system, a portal, as well as an iPhone app. So we'll show you how to use the one that's on the computer. You go to iheadache.com and get signed up. And what's important for the users is to keep a diary. They'll set up their profile. Once they register, they'll get instructions, but you'll set up your profile. It's important to put in what therapies you have available to you if you're on a preventative to track those things. But then most importantly, any day that you have a headache, you go in, you log in, it'll take you to this diary page, and you can add a headache for that day. And it's going to ask you the questions that we have for a headache. So we'll just pretend it like I didn't have it, or I didn't have the warning signs that some folks get before their headaches. But let's say they were one-sided, worse with movement, there was throbbing with nausea, but not so much light or noise sensitive or smell. Don't have necks, but I have some sinus issues. My pain, let's say, was, moderate. So I had a pain score that's moderate, about let's say, middle of the road pain. And it was over my left eye, let's say.
Okay.
And then you can put in your treatments and keep track if you're disabled at all, both how long you're disabled and what you can or can't do. If you think there's a trigger, all those things can be tracked. And the beauty of the system is it looks at that and it applies the criteria that we use in practice, and it identifies this as a migraine. So for those patients who don't think they have migraines but have headaches, this will tell them that no, that's compatible with a migraine.
So this actually helps the doctors out.
Right. So this is designed to be used with your
physician.
Doctor. Okay. Any provider you have, you can create reports and print them out and take them. You could log in at their office. If your doctor sees a substantial number of headache patients, ask them to sign up for iHeadache MD. It's free. And then you would go to your profile and you would choose your doctor. And then sort of like on Facebook, you'd be able to share your data with your physician.
And what's so cool about this, I have to brag, because Dr. Loftus is my doctor. Yes, I do suffer from migraines. And what's cool about this app is if you've got an iPhone, you can download this app on your iPhone, and anytime you get a headache, just go, oh yeah, this is what I have. You go through all of the questions and you say, yeah, this is what it is, and you get to look at it every time I come in and go, yeah, Kelly, this is when you had migraines, and
Right.
you get to adjust medications every time I come in.
That's right. We
It's
can see
perfect.
how what we did last time works, so we can change those things that don't work.
All right, and what are we going to talk about next week? Because this is going to be an ongoing segment for the month of June, since it is Headache Awareness Month.
So next week we're going to talk about those folks who have a lot of headaches and what they can do so that they have fewer headaches.
All right, Dr. Loftus, thanks so much. And where can folks get in touch with you if they want to find you?
The easiest way to learn about me is to go to the Bel Air Neurology website, belairneurology.com.
All right, thanks so much, and we'll see you again next week. And